Hello everybody, here is another question that I thought would be very important for you for the exam. And in this question you have one mass that is moving vertically, and there is another mass that is on an inclined plane. So you have the 15 kilogram mass attached to the 2 kilogram mass on an inclined plane. And assuming that the surface here is frictionless, you got to calculate the acceleration of the system. Let's say that the angle here is 30 degrees and find the acceleration of the system assuming that there is no friction. Once again, to do this type of problem, you have to draw free body diagrams. So let's draw the free body diagram for the 15 kilogram object first. We'll call this M1 and this will be M2. Now there are two forces acting on the 15 kilogram. One is its weight, 15 times 9.8, acting vertically down, and the other is the tension in the string acting vertically up. So those are the two forces on M2, which is M2G and Ft. And on the mass M1, again you have its weight acting vertically down, that is M1G. You have this tension in the string, which is Ft. But since we need to consider the forces along the x-axis, or the forces along the direction of the tension, we need to break or resolve M1G into this component. And from the triangle, we'll see that if you had a vertical component, that would have been a M1G cosine, and this is going to be M1G sine 30. So those are the two forces acting on M1G. Now, according to Newton's second law, the net force is equal to mass times acceleration. And the net force on the 2 kilogram object is Ft towards the right and M1G sine 30 towards the left. Here, Ft and M1G sine 30. So that will be 2 times 9.8 times sine 30 is equal to 2 times A. That gives Ft minus 9.8 is 2 times A, which is equation 1. Now considering the forces on M2, we have 15 times 9.8, which is its weight acting down, minus Ft, which is the tension in the string. So that should be equal to 15 times A. So we have our second equation. When you add equations 1 and 2, the Ft's will get cancelled because you have Ft here and negative Ft here. And then you have 147 minus 9.8. You see that? 147 minus 9.8, which is 137.2. And then 15A plus 2A is 17A. So you're actually adding the left-hand side to the left-hand side and the right-hand side to the right-hand side. Again, Ft and minus Ft get cancelled, and you have 147 minus 9.8, which is 137.2, is equal to 15 plus 2, 17A. And so divide both sides by 17 and you get the answer as 8.07 meter per second squared. This is how you do this problem. Thank you, and I hope you understand that. Make full use of this.